Welcome, everyone, to Ruston, Louisiana, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech, and the fans are in Joe I.A. Stadium ready to have a good time. In this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Middle Tennessee's offense will get the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football. And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous. They'll run it from the gun. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
With the carry, it's the running. Gain of 1. 2nd down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football from the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
From this spot on the field, that would be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll leave the offense out there and try to pick up the first on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards.
7, Louisiana Tech, 0. Number 97, set to advance on the football.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Louisiana Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. Knocking that down this game.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Offense gets set for second down. He'll keep it himself. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
It'll be a draw. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got his man quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The give to the back. Discards a man. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt.
Number 10, on to punt it away.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Running with power. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
At the 33-yard line.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. 1st down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Bullock. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Running back goes in motion. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
You know, you got to be careful when you're throwing against this cornerback on the perimeter of the field because he has unbelievable short area quickness, and he can break on the pass immediately, and you saw it right there on that interception.
Makes the grab down the middle. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes.
Intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Coming after him.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Offense set on first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. After the filthy move, he's got room. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And the quick shuffle pass underneath.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Here we go. Snags it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Bullock trying to get to him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, the ground game. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Ruston. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Firing to the right, complete.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing your football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the move, it's Lacey. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Shakes off the tackler. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Still running at the 40. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's good enough for a
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking left. Makes a connection. Touchdown, MTSU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 86.
They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Robertson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Bullock. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Gets it out quickly, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The inside handoff. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. To the air, it's Bullock. Looking deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Can't get him to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They're in their own territory. They only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking to throw it. It's complete on the right side. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turns it on at midfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bullock. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So now on comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. The back goes in motion. Floats it out in space. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They're going to throw it again. Time to take a shot. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give, and tick, 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 tick.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
He takes a knee, and it took longer than they had hoped, but they finally get their first victory of the season. It came down to the final